So Finn is dead. Tensions are probably going to be running high at Camp Jahar with, you know, Raven, especially after, you know, everyone saw Clark being the one to end Finn. But to be fair, I mean, it was, I guess if we're going to use it in layman's terms, the lesser of two evils. Would you rather want Finn to go through torture after torture, or do you just want a quick end? You know, put him out of his misery? Because, I mean, there was no way of getting him away from the Grounders unless, you know, Lexa decided to have a change of heart and say, and if any warn every Grounder, and if anyone objects, you'll go through what Finn goes through. I doubt they would take that, though, so, yeah. But yeah, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here with episode 9 of season 2 of The 100, which is called Remember Me. Like I said, tensions will probably be running high. I'm really looking forward to seeing the aftermath of Finn's death from the camp. Some people will probably, you know, say that that Clark did the right thing, which I believe she did. And then there's people who are then Raven especially will probably be caught up in emotion and I don't know, hold Clark accountability for doing the wrong thing, but in time she'll learn that it will be the right thing. Who knows? Who knows? All we can assume at this point is the truce is on with the Grounders and the humans after they wanted Finn dead. I mean, I think some Grounders got a bit riled up that Clark was the one that ended him, but I mean, he's dead, so yeah. I know you guys wanted a slice of the action, but I mean, he's dead. So good news for you, bad news for, you know, the Sky people, for us, because we've lost an essential character. But like I said, I don't think there could have been another way out of this. So, but yeah, extended reaction shall be on Patreon. With that said, let's just check out episode number 9 of season 2 of The 100. Let's go.
They would have tortured him. I had to. I had to.
Oh, I just poked myself in the eye. He's dead.
The commander is ready to talk.
Oh, for crap. Can you not just let her grieve or something?
I'll bring your damn radio.
I mean, this was to be expected. But unfortunately, Clark's way was the best way. These Grounders, like I've said it in the last episode, these Grounders are hard to please.
Side man, so I'm gonna be our eyes and ears.
Forget it. It's too dangerous.
Clark, if you can make it out, I can make it in.
Thinking this
I said no.
is too dangerous as well.
Since I don't take orders from you, I'm gonna need a better reason.
I can't lose you too. Okay?
We can't lose Bellamy. Not again.
I'll get you down, Gustav.
Not get past our defenses. Sir, we shouldn't take this threat lightly.
Don't get too complacent.
We're not, Lieutenant.
People are full of surprises.
We're not. Nothing is going to stop us from getting to the ground.
I like his confidence. I don't like him though.
I hope you're right.
Hey, if Octavia sees it, then I'm more inclined to think that Octavia knows you more than the Grounders do. She's gonna see Finn again, isn't she? Like standing over. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy as fuck.
Big ass enough for you.
Not Asgardian.
Wait, I'll hear you.
Don't
This
care.
was the plan. I knew it. She's afraid of losing her blood supply.
Look, you don't have to like me, Miller. Hey, you can blame me all you want for what my people are doing,
Ooh,
but I'm trying to make
chill,
things right.
Maya's
Then get the hell out of my way.
Nito.
5 seconds.
What happens in 5 seconds? Miller realizes what a dick he is.
Oh, Clark. Raven.
Clark.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is gonna not only unsettle Clark just a bit, but I think it's gonna unsettle the Grounders more.
Killed her. Cut off her head. I'm sorry. I thought I'd never get over the pain, but I did.
She's getting stronger.
By recognizing it for what it is. Weakness. What is? Love? So you just stopped caring about everyone?
Seemed like it, that.
And to those we shall soon find.
Oh! 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 Oh, this ain't good. Oh! Yeah, here we go.
That's not mine.
These are no Cabrano Oko.
I'm telling you, that's not mine. He put it
Oh.
there and he searched me.
I'm just loving it. It's like the police. Like, it's like, it's not mine, officer.
No sky person leaves this room.
So would you say they're grounded?
Do something.
And why did this?
Oh! Oh!
Out now.
They were just trying to
Don't let me
get.
catch you kids in here again.
Well, they can't have a nice kissing session. Rude.
If you tried to poison her, I need to know.
Oh, come on! What
You're
the?
the only murderer here.
Jesus!
Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's not great
Gave me no
for you.
choice. Why did you turn yourself in?
Yeah, it's not great to, speaking to a phantom out loud.
I was protecting everyone too. I was protecting you.
Clark,
Please.
But I'm just loving that, and you can understand why Raven is a bit off.
We are the same.
Clark's decision is no different from Abby's decision. This is far better tomorrow for the Sky
Find the
people.
radio.
It's far better tomorrow for the Sky
Where's
people than
Monty?
the Grounders.
Where were you?
Lions just as much as we do. She's shown herself to be flexible. She listens to you.
Flexible.
She thinks we tried
Get
to
it?
kill her.
I'm feeling. Oh, fuck. Nah. My headphones are so done with this.
Not anymore.
You're no longer safe here, my friend. I'll do my best to make sure you get away. Then you'll be on your own.
Nico.
Video up.
This alliance would cost you your life, Hedda.
So it was him.
I could not let that happen.
You're a dick.
This treachery will cost you yours.
Execute him.
Take him, set round on a tree.
I thought it was injured due to her hardened attitude.
Please hurry. This is Jasper's orders.
The euphoria. Oh my lord. Yeah, don't get too complacent. We did it though.
Frencher says something else.
Oh
Sure.
no. Oh
weird.
no.
If you don't mind, I'll fix it later. Have another room to check.
No. 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 Oh, come on! You're a cunt! You are a dick!
This would have been Finn.
Yeah, this would have been Finn. She's gonna start forgiving and seeing why Clark did what she did.
What are you doing?
Oh, slow incision. Slow and painful. Just how we like it. Would have been Finn.
Not so different. You should go.
I thought you hated that plan. That I would get myself killed.
I was being weak.
Oh,
It's
wow.
worth the risk. My map of
She
Melbourne.
can always agree with Bellamy, though.
Find a way
Bellamy
to get
makes
on
some
that
really,
radio
really
and talk
decent
to us.
choices.
Good luck.
Just don't get yourself killed, Bellamy.
Love is weakness.
Oof. That Phantom felt that.
I thought you could scatter them somewhere. Might help you say goodbye. I already said goodbye.
Wow. Save them for Raven. Help her say goodbye.
They built one for each of us.
Hmm? You are all screwed at this point, but... Oh... I say we burn Mount Weather alive, like everyone. Well, maybe not Dante. Maybe not Maya, although I think when this is all said and done, she's going to join the 100, if she survives, that is. You know, Cage especially, and anyone else who is buddying up with Cage, just burn them alive. I really, really enjoyed that to be... I thought that was a lovely follow-up in terms of... you know, the aftermath of Spacewalker and how, you know, it got to the emotion, it got emotional for a lot, like really, really, really emotional. So it should, but like the way the emotions was portrayed, especially from Clark from beginning until end, was just fantastic stuff. We saw a few others get caught up in that as well, Raven especially, like I detailed at the beginning though. You had a feeling that Raven was not going to be too happy with what Clark did. But I think when she realised when Gustus was punished for what he did, I think that was the turning point, and that's where she might develop some kind of sympathy for what Clark had to do, and that's the key word, had, because you know, it was either a peaceful death or what Gustus endured, which would be a more painful death, and something that Raven might not be able to bear. So yeah, she might have some form of when she gets back with Bellamy, or if she gets back, you know, there might be an apologetic moment because. I think it clicked in. It certainly did click in when, you know, she said this is what would have happened to Finn, and she then looked at Clark, and I'm thinking, you know, Abby might, you know, offer her the ashes of Finn. Clark, which I'll get onto that scene in a minute when Clark said, "I've already said my goodbyes," because that was important in terms of, you know, how she can relate to Lexa. But I think Abby's got to give her the ashes so she can properly say goodbye as well, because it was rather abrupt, wasn't it? Finn being taken and all of that, and Clark got that opportunity to say goodbye to Finn more personally than Raven ever had the chance to. So, well, Finn did say, "Until we meet again," you know, he's like, "Oh, and then Raven's like, "Oh, we will," and he's like, Yeah, you keep believing that. But, you know, Raven might have a chance to say goodbye. So, I have a feeling there's going to be that, you know, kind of apology. I mean, I can sympathise with Raven. Like I said, emotions are going to be running wild in the aftermath of Finn's death. But, I mean, I don't know if it was ever described directly to Raven, but, you know, I think she should have realised that, you know, Clark was doing him a solid, because there was no other way out of this. The only way out was death. But in terms of what levels of extreme method would have been used, in this case, Finn was very lucky to escape without being, because it looked guaranteed that he would have died, you know, the slow, painful way. And yeah, like I said, he was very, very fortunate to have, you know, Clark there be the one ended. So yeah, really loving. I loved the you know, squabble with the Alliance going on. Like we had, you know, blood has answered blood. We got this Alliance rolling, great. But there's going to be some uneasy, you know, vibes between the Sky People and the Grounders, obviously. Not just with, you know, what's just happened to Finn, but also, you know, the Grounders are not ones to be taken lightly at all. And that was proven to be the case when we had Poison Gate going underway, when Gustus took the rap because he wanted to split the Sky People. See, I was gonna guess that it would have been Indra, considering her hardened, you know, character, and, you know, she might see Lexa as a more sympathetic, and this is the problem though, like, we already alluded to the fact that that it seemed like some of the Grounders were a bit unsettled with the fact that Clark was the one that ended Finn's life, but there is a more harsher character with Indra. So, you know, I thought she would be the best candidate possible. But no, Gustus was as well. Like, that was a nice, complete surprise for me. To see Gustus be the one to, you know, not just take the rap, but he was just trying to demonstrate, that tension break. He wanted to take the rap. And break. He didn't want to kill Lexa. That was obvious. But he wanted to break the alliance. And, you know, the effective way without killing, you know, your leader is to poison yourself. Not too fatally, but enough to cause a ruckus. And here we go. So, yeah. And I just really, really loved, you know, how this episode focused on the tension. And, you know, it kind of gives us that message that things between the Sky People and the Grounders are definitely not going to be rosy. Like, there's going to be a lot of times where the Grounders are going to have their knives to the Sky People's throats. And literally, I mean by that. But, you know, they've got to start developing a bit more trust with each other. And I think that was another evident case when, you know, Clark was wanting to sleep nearby the Grounders. Bellamy was a bit uneasy because he doesn't have that trust, but Clark was like saying, well, we've got to start having this trust. And yeah, that's the thing. We've got to start developing trust. So I really, really loved how we delved right into, controversy and conspiracy and everything, regarding the Grounders and the Sky People, because, this is testing, you know, both sides of the camp. And, you know, now we might have a bit of trust, now that Lexa might, you know, I think the message, we are not so different, might resonate a bit to Lexa, because not only is, right, so this is what I wanted to get about to Clark, Clark and Lexa being the leaders, great, but there was a nice little conversation that took place with Finn's cremation about Lexa losing the person that she loved, and you know, she became hardened after like experiencing loss, like that she had that feeling that emotion was a weakness, and she used that, pain and suffering and hardened it. And it seems like Clark might be going in a similar direction with how she's like, I've already remembered, I've already said my goodbyes to, with such aggression. I've already said my goodbyes to, Finn. So, yeah, there's that similarity between Lexa and Clark at this point. But, I forgot what I was also going to point upon, in terms of, we're not so different. I guess it's just the level of, like, okay, now I got the idea. It's the fact that, Lexa doesn't know who to, I guess Lexa doesn't know who to believe at this point. Or who is her best friend, who could be her enemy, because, in terms of, both Sky People and the Grounders, because if Gustus was capable of trying to, cause shit amongst the Grounders, which he did, then who knows who else is capable, because, there is a lot of voices growing concerned with Lexa's decision. So, there's that doubt. That Indra's favourite word, should I say. There's that doubt, though, amongst the Grounders if, Lexa's doing the right thing. So, Lexa might not see difference at this point, given the whole controversy. The Sky People are just as trustworthy as the Grounders at this point. If Gustus is capable of doing that, then others could potentially. We might see more attempts maybe in more extreme case, more attempts to end Lexa's life and, take over the Grounder camp to be more hardened. Because some people do not agree with this decision, but I've got to suck it up because Lexa says, do it. So, yeah, I think that, message resonated. Not just with, the Grounders and Sky People might not be so different, as well as their, their methods of, punishments. But Clark and Abby, where we had that comparison of, Clark killing Finn, doing what's best for everyone, and Abby killing Jake, doing what's best for everyone. Both with, heavy setbacks to people it affects the most, with Clark in terms of the whole Abby and Jake situation, with Raven in terms of the whole Clark and Finn situation, as evident by the punch. And, at the end of the day, it's not so different, because the main point at the end was both Abby and Clark did what they had to do, to survive. Of course, Abby didn't intend to. Gabby didn't want Jake to be dead. She even said she trusted Jaha not to do anything heinous, and lo and behold, but she only had to do what she had to do. And that's the same with Clark. She did what she had to. She chose a lighter option at the end of the day, for the best option for her people, I guess. Because, like I said, there's a few Grounders who are a bit skeptical with the fact that Lex is still pally with Clark, with her being the one to end Finn's life, not the Grounders. So yeah, but it was the best situation possible. Like Abby informing Jaha about Jake, like the fact that she was worried that this could all escalate worse. There's that similarity with Abby and Clark. So yeah, it was a really, really great episode, as well as the Mount Weather stuff. We got to see Jasper getting not Jasper, although Jasper did get his I wouldn't say hands dirty, but he got kissy with Maya, which the Mountain Men are the biggest party poopers ever, aren't they? Just trying to break up an alliance between the Mountain Men, between the Grounders and the Sky People, and now are just trying to be like, hey, get out of here, I'll catch you doing this again, oh, you're gonna get it. Let them kiss, fuck's sake. I know. All seriousness, though, it was... I'm scared for Monty. I'm scared for everyone, considering, you know, the cages are set for everyone to be in, like, of the 47. Or 45 in this case, now that they have Harper and Monty locked up. But it was really, really great to see, you know, Monty get his hands dirty with, you know, the whole radio broadcast jamming frequency thing. And has given a bit of hope for the Sky people now that Bellamy Raven have gone off to Mount Weather, which should be really, really interesting to see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how things go following that episode, following how hectic it was. It was just really, really fantastic stuff. I loved the hallucinations as well with Clark and Finn. I had a feeling it was hallucinations when he opened his eyes. Otherwise, that would have been like, that could have, like, if Finn's death was orchestrated, like, and, you know, he actually survived, then, I don't know, that would have put me off a bit, considering how emotional it got at the end of Spacewalker. But thank God it was hallucinations with, you know, Clark's attachment to Finn, and then once she said, I'll let you go. No. It's following the Lexa message, love is a weakness. He disappeared. So I really, really liked, you know, that inclusion. But yeah, it was just really, really fantastic stuff. This season is just continuing to impress me more and more. And I'm just really loving everything at the minute. You know, I really, really loved the scenes with Lexa and Clark as well. Like, I thought those scenes, like, even if times were tense, especially at the beginning when, you know, when Lexa was like, okay, order of business, let's continue, just moments after, whilst, you know, Clark is still breathing. You know, they do, like, with both of them being leaders, they do seem to have a good, like, I don't know, bounce off each other. Well, not as much as Bellamy and Clark in my eyes, but, I mean, they've already got their similarities, they're already leaders, and they're already they've already, you know, warriors anyways in their own way. So I really, really, you know, I'm enjoying, you know, their, connectivity at the minute. But, yeah, I'm really enjoying this show. Season 2 has just been pretty rad so far, and I'm just enjoying everything. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!